Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Tianjin, China, today drew global spotlight for its strong geopolitical implications, especially after the Trump administration slapped India with staggering 50% tariffs. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi stressed that the SCO member states must say in one voice that double standards on terrorism are unacceptable, the regional bloc mentioned the Pahalgam terror attack and echoed India's stand in the summit declaration. Diplomatically, this is a massive win for India, especially because Pakistan, which has long backed terror on Indian soil, is a member of the bloc and its Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is attending the summit. The member states strongly condemned the terrorist attack in Pahalgam, which left 26 innocents dead, and expressed their deepest sympathy and condolences to the families of the dead and the wounded. The members further said perpetrators, organizers, and sponsors of such attacks must be brought to justice. The member states also stressed that attempts to use terrorist, separatist, and extremist groups for mercenary purposes is not acceptable. SCO strongly condemned terrorism in all its forms, manifestations, and said double standards in the fight against terrorism are unacceptable. They called on the international community to combat terrorism, including the cross-border movement of terrorists. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi said India has been suffering due to terrorism for 4 decades now, and many mothers have lost their children to this scourge. Quote, "Recently, we saw a very ugly form of terrorism in Pahalgam. I thank the friends who stood with us during the crisis. This was not just an attack on India's soul, but an open challenge to every country believing in humanity. So a question arises, is open support by some countries to terrorism acceptable?" Unquote. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. The Prime Minister said security, peace, and stability are critical for every country's development. He added, and I quote, "And terrorism, separatism, and radicalism are big challenges on this path. Terrorism is not important for any one country, but a challenge for all humanity. That's why India has stressed unity in the war against terror. We have to clearly and in one voice say that double standards won't be acceptable on terrorism. We would have to oppose terrorism in all its colors and forms. This is our responsibility towards humanity," unquote, he added. The wording the Prime Minister used found its way to the joint statement of the Tianjin Declaration. The SCO summit at Tianjin in China became a show of strength and unity for key Eurasian powers, including India, Russia, and China. Prime Minister Modi, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping were seen exchanging smiles, hugs, and handshakes. The optics sent a clear message amid US President Donald Trump's tariff offensive. Prime Minister Modi and Russian President Putin were seen walking hand in hand, indicating that US threats won't make India capitulate and ruin its long-term ties with Moscow. The two leaders then approached Chinese President Xi. The trio is seen sharing a laugh. The animated chat triggered speculation about the subject they discussed, but their body language showed an ease that will keep the US guessing.